Don incorrectly determined the inverse of the function defined by y equals root x minus 3 to be the equation x squared plus 3. Ha ha, Don, you fool. He graphed the inverse and obtained a parabola. Explain why Don is wrong and why it's not a parabola. Okay, let's do this ourselves. We'll start with this, we'll find what our version of the inverse is, and then we'll compare it to Don's and see if we can determine where he slipped up. So, our original was y equals root x minus 3. We would have switched the positions of x and y. There we are. We would have squared both sides. And we would have added 3. So y equals x squared plus 3. That should be the equation of our inverse. That's exactly what Don got. Huh. So, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the way he found the inverse equation. But here's something else. Think about our original, which is a radical translated 3 units to the right. What are the domain and range of this original? This would have had x going from 3 and up, so we would have had x greater than or equal to 3. I'm leaving out the XERs just to save a little space. And for y, it would have been 0 and everything higher. Y greater than or equal to 0. So now when we go to our inverse, we've seen a few times in previous examples that the x and y trade places here as well. Your new domain is going to be x greater than or equal to 0. And your new range is going to be y greater than or equal to 3. So what does that do for us? We still get a parabola that starts at 3 and wants to open up, but it only exists when x is positive, meaning we only get the right-hand side. X isn't allowed to go negative because that isn't in our domain. In other words, our original expression was half a parabola. Its inverse is also half a parabola. This one didn't go into the negative y's. This one refuses to go into the negative x's. So there was nothing wrong with how Don found the inverse equation. He just didn't think about the domain when he was doing it. You have to check your domain and range and make sure that they carry over as well.